What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Batwoman. So, CW recently launched Batwoman. They are 3 episodes in, and this TV series with the star Ruby Rose, who was in Orange is the New Black, is causing massive controversy. Now, I've been watching it, but I'm not really that impressed. So guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. We do videos like this all week long, Marvel, DC, pop culture based videos. So, if we ever hit 100,000 subscribers, I will be giving away a PS4 Pro with Spider-Man Game of the Year Edition, or a Switch with whatever game you want, or an Xbox One X with Gears of War 5, or anything like that. So, let's get into this video. But first, guys, do you like the program? Now, this is a program that I really want to like. Ruby Rose playing Batwoman, she was very good during the CW Arrowverse crossover last year. So I thought this show would be very good. So first, we're going to do this very differently to how I normally review stuff, because I've seen a lot of reviews, people are saying it's really bad, then I've seen some of the CW fanboys saying this show is great. It could be. In theory, it should just be like Gotham, but the difference is they've got access to the Flash, Arrow, White Canary. They've got access to a lot more characters that could be outside of just the Gotham characters alone. So, it premiered a couple of weeks ago now, October the 6th, 1.8 million views, and I think I'm just using tvseriesfinale.com, so I think this is just based on American CW viewership. I'm not really sure where they get the views from, but I'm presuming it's just live viewers when the episode debuts. So 1.8 million for the first episode. Now everyone's like, this show is tanking. Then you compare it to The Flash Season 6, Episode 1, it only got 1.6 million. Obviously, a new TV show is always going to beat most TV shows, so yeah, it beat The Flash slightly. Then we go to episode 2, and it drops quite a bit. It goes from 1.8 million down to 1.4 million, which, according to this, it says 22% drop. Now, the key demographic also dropped. It had a 0.47 the first week, 0.35 the second week, where if you look at The Flash, the key demo dropped there as well. It dropped by 0.10% as well. So The Flash went from 1.6 down to 1.2. Then if you look at Arrow's only had 1 episode come out on the 15th of October. 0.8 million. I don't know why Arrow is the best show out of all of them, to be honest. So you can't really base how good a show is on numbers, because yes, you could say it's dropped 400,000 views from week 1 to week 2, and then you go to this current episode. Now it's on 1.2 million. So it's gone down 600,000 viewers in 3 episodes. Now, a lot of people are calling for cancel culture. I don't really think this is the issue, guys. It could improve. It really could improve. But it's only got a few more episodes to improve before, seriously, I think this show will get cancelled. So, this program is meant to be called Batwoman. I would call it Batwoman or Batman. You might as well call it Batman, because there is that many Batman references in this show. I'm starting to get confused if it is Batman, because they keep saying Bruce Wayne, Batman, Batman, Batman. And it's just really strange to me that CW is trying to push another female agenda-based series like Supergirl, but at least in Supergirl they didn't keep saying Superman, 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 because Superman appeared. So we get it. We really get it, CW. We really get it. Batman, Bruce Wayne, they've disappeared, and not many people in the city have made the correlation between Bruce Wayne disappeared, the richest guy in Gotham, and Batman disappeared. You would think more people would go, oh, Bruce Wayne was Batman. So the problem with this show mainly is the fact that they have a really low budget. The special effects on this show are damn awful, really awful. We get it, it's the first series, they haven't got that much money to spend. We know CW's not known for special effects being good. Just look at Legends of Tomorrow. Just look at The Flash when he runs in the Speed Force sometimes. The graphics, the CGI is awful, but it's really bad in this show. So, the Gotham set, the Wayne Tower, the sets look really good. The sets do look good. Now, the problem with the storyline is it's very boring. There's a lot of filler material. There's a lot of flashbacks. But I know some of my usual viewers are going to go, but what about Oliver Queen? What about Liang Yu? What about the flashbacks? There's so many flashbacks that Arrow's having flash forwards. Yeah, but that kind of works on Arrow, because the whole centric storyline is he was on an island for many years. And realistically, if you watch Arrow, you know he wasn't actually on the island for that long. But really, the flashbacks we're getting on Batwoman, they're not really that, they don't really have any points to them. I mean, it is a bit weird to me how they've got so much potential for this show, But for some reason, I'm more interested in Alice, who is, I guess you could say, the main antagonistic villain at the moment. Now, it's pretty clear that she's supposed to be Kate's sister. Although it's not really clear at the moment if she is. You could theorize that Alice really is her sister, or she's pretending to be her sister. But I'm pretty sure she is her sister, but they've not literally come out and said it yet. So that's the main story for throughout the first few episodes. So Alice isn't even the main star. Alice, played by Rachel, I'm not even going to try to pronounce her surname, but she is essentially the main star. And there's one pretty famous guy, her father, in this. He essentially is in charge of the Crows. The Crows are trying to bring justice to Gotham after Bruce Wayne disappeared and Batman disappeared, and the whole city went bad, really. So, like I said, guys, I didn't like Gotham at first, and then I really loved Gotham. So this show has so much potential. But I hate to use this, but this show is so woke. They're trying to push the Batman agenda down your throat. Now, the biggest problem I have with the most recent episode is the fact that everyone seems to think someone who clearly is a female, the episode we call Down, 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 she's clearly a female. Yet everyone keeps saying, has Batman reappeared? Then in episode 3, she finally gets a suit. She puts the red wig on. I don't understand how people, there's even pictures of her in this episode. There's a shot of her in some kind of newspaper, and people think it's Batman. Now, I'm not being genderism here. I'm not being like, I guess you could say, more one-sided to males and females, but you can clearly see it's a female's physique, a female's body shape. It isn't a guy. So everyone that seems to think in this episode Batman has returned. His ex-best friend seems to think Batman's returned because Bruce Wayne's returned, even though no one's seen him. And then you go on to the fact that everyone seems to know where the Batcave is. Now, it is pretty interesting that literally everyone seems to know where the Batcave is. So, if you read the synopsis for the episode, as the city waits patiently for another visit from who they think is Batman. Okay, Batman. They keep pulling on this Batman. Now, what is weird is we've got a Batman in this universe, in theory, kind of, I guess. Alice continues to taunt Kate with a secret, but also sets her sights on Jacob and Catherine. So essentially the whole episode is Alice trolling everyone, and she's pretending to be her sister when really she is her sister. There isn't really much of a storyline. There is one character, Luke Fox, who essentially is making all the gadgets for Batwoman when she becomes Batwoman in this episode. So I really do like a few characters. I like Alice and I like Luke Fox, and that's it. Because they are pandering around the fact that it's called Batman, although it should be called Batwoman. Now, I am going to continue to watch this program because it's definitely got potential. So, they kind of set up Riddler during this episode in a way. Like I said, it's got potential. Gotham had potential. They could realistically include Harley Quinn and Joker if they wanted in this series, but seeing as Warner Bros. Has a problem with Arrowverse using a lot of characters they're using in the DC Extended Universe or dark DC films, I guess you could say, we're never probably going to see Joker or Harlequin or Penguin, etc. in this. So it is pretty interesting. I am interested by this show, but if you were to say what was the worst episode, I would say episode 3. Episode 1 wasn't that bad. Episode 2 kind of improved a tiny bit, but episode 3 got worse. So I wouldn't say it's getting better. I would say it's getting worse because they just keep using the word Batman. Now they've introduced Batwoman, who ironically seems to be the daughter of the leader of the Crows, who is trying to bring justice to Gotham. Now it is interesting because there isn't really any threat in this whole city, except for Alice and her cronies. Alice is trying to build some kind of relationship with her sister, kind of. It's a very confusing, weird storyline, and they keep putting these weird twists and plots throughout the whole series for no damn reason. It is interesting. I'm more interested in who is Alice. Let's get to know more of Alice, although Alice's performance is... The problem with this show mainly is even the voices are inconsistent. Obviously, the actor who plays Ruby Rose, that's her real name, Batwoman, her accent isn't even consistent. There's just a lack of inconsistency in this show, like massively. It's so inconsistent. But then you look at shows like Supergirl. Now, Supergirl is trash. Okay, I'm sorry if you're a fan of Supergirl, guys, but it is literal trash in a way. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, the season we're in was very good. The rain season was awesome. I really did like that show. But Supergirl's hit and miss. Sometimes it can be okay. Most of the time, it's awful. That's why I've not watched it in over a season now. So it's got potential, but I'm going to keep watching this series. But I'm not sure if I will be making videos for it. But I just want to put it out there that Batwoman, it's not a good show so far. There's a lot of problems. It's because the CW like to pander to teenagers, which I'm a bit confused why they keep talking about Batman then. If they're pandering to, teenagers, why do they keep bringing up Batman? If they're trying to bring in the female agenda of Batwoman, why did it take them 3 episodes until she found out her identity, even though she'd literally been trained by a Ra's al Ghul or some random person in the middle of nowhere? And that's the first scene we've seen in this series. Episode 1, she was literally under ice cold water for such a long time that realistically, guys, she would have died. Like ice cold water, no clothes on, literally. You cannot survive that. So is Batwoman good or is it bad? It's got potential. It's definitely got potential. Are the numbers bad? They're not really bad. I mean, Arrow's had bad ratings for such a long time, and CW only really requires 500,000 views in order to justify a new season. So it's got 1.2. It could go up, it could go down. I really think they need to start marketing the show a lot better. All they have to do is drop the wokeness. Stop saying Batman. Have a direct storyline that is going somewhere. Stop these little twists and plots and all these random things that don't really need fillery stuff in a new season. The first season for a TV show should always be the best. Just look at The Flash season 1. That was fire. Arrow season 1 was awesome, but Warstu does flashbacks. Yeah, but like I said in Arrow, he was missing its kind of point. There's the point there. So Batwoman could potentially be great if they stop pandering and stop saying the name Batman. Now, I've seen a lot of positive reviews. I've seen a lot of negative reviews. Now, what do you guys actually think? A lot of people are hating on this program. Now, on IMDb, it's got a 3.1 out of 10 based on 12,000 votes. Does that mean this show is bad? No, it doesn't. Because like I said, guys, reviews, they're pretty irrelevant, to be honest. Reviews are irrelevant because they are personal. If you like something, you like something, So it's interesting. But then you look at Rotten Tomato, which is the glorification of bad reviews, so to speak. And it's got this is why I hate Rotten Tomato. But at the same time, guys, I want to be a verified reviewer so I can try and bump up their integrity. The audience score in there is 12%. 12%. Yet the critics, the critics who are verified on Rotten Tomato, because they're so good at basically giving things good scores. So the critics score in there is 70%, but the audience score is 12%. So that tells you how bad it is. But it's got potential. I mean, considering that Jeff Johns is linked to this, you would have thought it would be better. But I don't know, guys. Just let me know down below. Are you watching it? Will you continue watching it? I'm going to continue to watch it anyway because there's nothing better to watch currently on a Sunday night. But I'd love to know what you guys think. And if you want me to do more reviews on Batwoman or Batman, guys, we should just call this program Batman because seriously, that's what it is. Like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.